Hello there gang, it's Joel here, it's Gallucks, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today for a reinvented version of my 10 Instagram secrets. I'm calling it 10 Instagram secrets part 2. Basically, since the first video, everything has changed. Everything that I said in the last video, a lot of things don't count anymore, a lot of things don't mean anything. So I thought I'd do an updated version for you guys. If you are new to the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, don't forget to click that subscribe button. My Instagram is @Gallucks, it's linked in the description below if you want to check it out and give me a follow, that would be amazing. Let me know if you came from this video as well. My 100k giveaway is still happening, so you can enter that in the description box below. So like I said at the start of the same video that I did years ago, I am not an expert in Instagram. I'm not saying that this is a surefire way to grow your account, get more followers and all that kind of stuff. But these are just things that I think help and have helped me. Last video I was near 100,000 followers on Instagram, now I'm about 145,000 followers on Instagram. So a lot has changed since my last Instagram tip video, and basically my whole feed has changed. The way that I used to post was very minimal, black and white. The algorithm has changed. It changes all the time now, they keep updating it all the time. So on some days you might get more reach, and on some days you might not get as much reach. On loads of different factors now. It depends on how quickly people react to your picture within the first few minutes. But also, even if you turn on post notifications for someone, they might post a picture and that notification might not come through for a few hours until after they posted it. I feel like they're trying loads of different things in terms of how people post and how people react and how people engage with different pieces of content. So you have to remember, I'm coming at this from a very fashion blogger angle. I've been using Instagram as a menswear fashion blogger for the longest time. I used to post pictures of just me and my friends. If you scroll right down to the bottom of my Instagram, I think there's 3,000 posts. Some people do it because I get comments now and again on my first ever post being scrolled all the way down for this. And I'm like, wow, you wasted so much time doing that. But yeah, I used to post just pictures of me and my friends, going on nights out and all this kind of stuff. But I did have a blog at the time, and then I started using my Instagram as a place to post my content that I'm making for my blog as well. So that's kind of how it naturally developed. And I think that's really important that it naturally developed that way. Whereas some people nowadays will start on Instagram being like, this is my business, this is my account, this is my style page, it's gonna do this, this and this. Whereas mine sort of took a natural progression into that. I started posting more outfit pictures in the mirror, and I was like, hey, maybe I'll start posting my outfit pictures for my blog here as well. And it was kind of a mix of that kind of content, which it still is to this day. So my first tip for posing for pictures, if like me you post outfits too, my first tip for posing used to be look for something. So I would always look really serious and scowl at something and pretend that I lost my keys or that you just smelled something really bad. But I don't do that anymore. Now I would say I look at the camera as if it was food, because I'm biting my lip, or I look really happy, I try smiling. I really try and change it up a bit, because it got really boring for me as well to always pose in the same way. And actually when I smile on my Instagram, I get a lot of people being like, oh, you have a really nice smile and all this kind of stuff. Which is quite nice. So yeah, try and change things up, the way that you pose. If you're always really serious, try laughing. If you're always laughing, try being really serious. Just change it up in different kind of ways. And the next tip is having a theme, and I feel like I have less of a theme nowadays than I used to, but I guess my general theme still is my style that I'm trying to communicate. That is my theme. I used to have a more very minimal black and white kind of theme, which I still stick to. I just have a very specific way of editing that has evolved over the years. I used to grayscale everything, but now I just tend to whiten out patches and still keep a lot of color and texture in there. I really like texture. A lot of people that I know, especially photographers or hairdressers, my friends and stuff like that want to grow their Instagram, have a really hard time pinpointing a certain kind of theme to stick with. It's really difficult. It is really, really difficult, but you just have to stick with it and keep going. So have a theme. This tip still stands to this day, and that is do not spam. My boyfriend was sending me loads of memes from this really hilarious page, so I was like, do you know what, I'll follow it. I followed it. They literally posted about 10 posts every 10 seconds, and I was like, I cannot. My whole feed was this meme page, and it's I like memes, but not that much, okay? So I had to unfollow it straight away. I was just sick of seeing memes. So when someone spams, I know a couple of people as well, literally, they won't post anything for months, and then they'll post 20 pictures all in one go, and I'll be like, oh, this is so annoying. So when my last video came around, there was no presets. You could not buy, do you travels amazing Balinese sunsets preset, but now you can. Literally so many creators have made their own presets that you can buy, and you can edit your pictures in one tap, and you can make them look insane. You can really change an image with the edit. I'll show you some examples here of like, do you travel, like I was speaking about? So they'll take a picture and then they'll show you what their preset does to it, and it literally flips it 180 and makes it look incredible. Some people's edit is to not edit. Like, I follow a few guys on Instagram that literally do not edit their pictures. They just take a picture, they just upload it straight away, and it looks amazing. And it's like, oh, I wish I could do that. No, I cannot do that. So I found my own edit, but your edit might be to not edit. So a new tip, which I guess has come around as of late. So Instagram have made loads of new features, including Instagram TV. You have like the Boomerang app. You have video is bigger than ever. I would say play around with that kind of content. I feel like Instagram favors you if you try their new things. So I know like female makeup artists that have had a kind of like good Instagram with just posting images, but when they moved to video and started posting video tutorials and all that stuff on Instagram, like quick, snappy, like fun videos that got people tagging each other and sharing it to other people, that exploded their account. They now have like 400,000 followers. So I feel like if you can get a type of video that people enjoy and you can nail it, then I feel like if you have enough ideas to constantly make video content, then go for it. So my next tip that I found really helpful for me to constantly like create content and have content. So I have actual days where I go out and shoot outfits with my best friend Tom, who is also a professional photographer, which really helps. But then when I come home as well, it really helps to be in kind of like an Instagrammable setting at home. In my last place, I had my bedroom, which I absolutely loved and adored, and I like made that so Instagrammable. And then moving to this flat, I did face some like troubles with finding the right kind of place to put my mirror, to do my mirror selfies. It's all very thought through. Like, you might think it's just like, oh, he's just taking a picture at home in his mirror, but no. I've put that mirror there, I've moved everything out of the background, and I've taken that picture specifically. I might have taken like I might have changed 3 times and taken 3 mirror pictures just to like have content to post on days where I don't have anything else to post. It's all very difficult and calculated, and you have no idea the amount of effort that goes into it. But it is my full-time job, so I guess I'm allowed to have that much like particularity, is that a word? I don't think that's a word, involved in my Instagram. My next one is a big one, and it's still from the last video as well, and it is do not use bots or any type of comment pod or any invite I get from a comment pad. I literally decline and delete, because I hate it so much when I go on people's Instagrams and they're like, the most telling one is when they do a giveaway and they're like, oh, I'm doing a giveaway for this watch, and all you have to do is tag a friend in the comments, and all the comments are literally like, great post, cool outfit dude, fire look, oh my god, amazing. And it's like, you know they're in a comment pod and you know all their comments are fake just because they're commenting one back, and it's like, those people aren't actually entering your giveaway, they're literally just commenting for the sake of commenting because they think they're going to get a comment back, and it's just dumb because that's fake engagement. The same with bots and followers as well. I've called a couple of people out on Twitter for using bots on Instagram in the past. I just bring up their social blade, I'm like, look, you're following and unfollowing thousands of people a day. And I literally don't care, because they are ruining the industry that I work in, and it's not fair on people like me and others who genuinely care so much about the content and have been building an audience for years and years and years to kind of, you know, naturally, and because we're interested in each other's lives or brands that we wear or things that we're interested in, and yeah, to kind of jump in the scene and apply like a bot to get like fake followers from nowhere is really insulting. So the reason that I'm mentioning this and having a bit of a rant is because Instagram is actually clamping down on these kind of accounts now. So if it knows that you're using third-party apps, it will limit your account and make you aware and bring a pop-up. I've seen a few people post about having a pop-up already, about warning them about using these kinds of apps or comment pods and stuff like that. So it's really not a good place to be, and it could jeopardize your entire account. I said in my last video that the best way to grow on Instagram back then was to be shared by pages, like bigger pages. But genuinely, at the moment, that is not the case. I remember I got reposted by ASOS. ASOS literally have 7.7 million followers. I got posted on their page, and I think the picture itself got like 15,000 likes or something. I gained probably about 100 followers, which from 7.7 million people is really not that much. I don't know whether that's because ASOS engagement itself is quite low, so obviously not a lot of the post would not have got shown to a lot of people, so therefore the general customer base of ASOS as well that are interested in men's fashion, especially my style particularly, would be cut down even more. So therefore, people that saw it that were interested in my page that actually decided to follow me was limited. It kind of counteracted, because I would say that the best thing to do at the moment on Instagram is to be super niche. So that is why you're following, you know, might grow slowly or it might grow ridiculously quickly. It all depends on what kind of page you have and how many people you kind of appeal to. So I would say the best way to grow on Instagram at the moment is to honestly just really focus on your content, whether it be images, video, but you have to literally slay the game and try and have the most appealing content in that kind of niche if you do want to boost your following. A really good example, and one of my favorite Instagrammers at the moment, is Tezza. Tezza literally grew from like 200,000 to like 600,000 this year, or even, yeah, I think this year, which is basically unheard of because everyone is growing so slowly. A lot of people's Instagram following is actually in decline at the moment, like losing followers because of the algorithm and because of getting rid of bots and that kind of thing. Yeah, for Tezza to grow that much is literally ridiculous, but her imagery is insane. It's literally the most inspiring content I've seen in a very long time. So that is why, you know, the whole like gravitas, is that a word? Kind of picked up around her and kind of fueled her growth on Instagram, which is literally amazing. So yeah, I would focus on your content. Now, number 9 is engage. A lot of us always forget that when we are using Instagram, like, yes, you're posting your own content, and yes, you want people to see it and you want people to comment and stuff like that, but you actually have to go out there and find accounts that you like, that you find inspiring, that people that you want to follow and that you want to engage with. Don't forget that you are a consumer of content as well as someone who creates content, and you're still building relationships with people, whether it be online or in real life. But if you're on Instagram, you know, you should be supporting your friends. If you like their top or their hair, then tell them. I feel like also Instagram rewards engaging profiles too. So if you literally go on Instagram, you literally do nothing, you just post a picture and then wonder why you've not got any interaction, it's because that you are not engaging yourself. So if you go out there and engage with the community, then you'll start to build your own community. And my last tip, I don't know if this is like old wives' tales, but your profile is so important. So I often like change my display picture and see whether certain display pictures help me get more followers than others, because your display picture is all people can see sometimes. If you're seeing a list of people and you see a display picture that stands out, you're like, oh, I'm going to click on that and then potentially follow. So think about your display picture, your bio, the link in your bio. I heard that if your link in your bio is if it's to your own website, that's fine, but if you link to any other social media kind of platforms like Twitter or YouTube, I've heard that can like set you back in terms of how much Instagram shares you. I don't know if that's true though, honestly, that just might be something that someone made up. But it kind of makes sense because Instagram don't really want you going off their platform, so they want to keep you in. And I wrote my name in Gothic font and everyone's like, how do you do that? And I'm literally like, you literally just Google Instagram Gothic font, and then you type in what word you want and it spurts out as Gothic, and you copy and paste that, you put that anywhere, you put it in your bio, you put it in your story. It's as easy as that. Wow, I feel like I've spoken so much. That's the most I've spoken in ages. I could talk about Instagram all day, literally. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. I hope that you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Enter my 100k giveaway, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh, follow me on Instagram. Thanks. Bye, guys.